and I was not sleeping well, I was not taking care of my health. So it was just a lot of things, and I decided to quit. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gargi. So I'm back with another sit down video, and this time I'm really not sure what the title is gonna be, but I think you can already tell what it is going to be about. Without any further ado, let's get into it. First thing that we all should know, and I'm sure we all know what influencer marketing is, right? And there are thousands of definitions out there, but if I have to explain it in simple way, I would just say that it's when a brand is collaborating with influencers, creators to promote their product or service. I just want to talk about my background real quick. I have 6-ish months of experience, and I know that it's very less because there are many people out there with years and years of experience in this field. But I am not saying that I am an expert or anything. I'll be sharing what I learned in this video, so please don't judge me because everybody has their different experience. My experience was not that good in this field, and I'll tell you why. So, about my background, I had worked with an agency, influencer marketing agency, for 6 months. And as much as this industry and this field looks tempting and interesting, there are a lot of things, there are a lot of moments where you are really tired and where you are really drained. I remember I was working for 10 hours every day, and even on Sundays I was on calls. So it was too much for me, and I'm not that kind of a person who can do that. I'm sure that everyone is different, and if I could not do it, maybe someone else would have. Like my teammates, they were really okay with this, but I was not. And I was not sleeping well, I was not taking care of my health. So it was just a lot of things, and I decided to quit. It was the best decision. My daily routine was like very similar. Every single day I was doing the same task over and over again. And if you are also planning to work with an agency, influencer marketing agency specifically, I'm not talking about the brand yet, I'm talking about agency, so maybe this experience will guide you and will help you decide if this is the kind of lifestyle you want to have or not. How actually an influencer marketing agency works is you get approached by a brand, right? You get a brand is your client here. They come and they say that this is the product we want you influencers to promote. So it was totally on the brand. They would tell us if they want to have micro influencers or macro influencers, and according to what the product was. For example, if it was Lakme, I've handled the Lakme campaign. So Lakme is a beauty brand, and we would look for influencers or creators who had mostly beauty related content, right? So depending upon what the product is and what the brand wants, we would contact influencers. So the next step would be, once we have a list of influencers and we know that we have the similar kind of niche that the brand is looking for, the next step would be to contact those influencers and negotiate on the payout. Now this is, I understand that if you are really good at your job, you are getting views, so you would pitch a good amount. The problem was that agencies especially, they have a limited budget because we are getting certain amount from the brand, and obviously we want to keep something for ourselves also. As much as it sounds bad, it is not that bad because we have brand also, we have influencers also. So for both of them, we are the medium. Because of this, there was lots and lots of negotiation. Creators were not getting paid the amount they truly deserve, and even if I wanted to pay them good amount, I could not because I had restrictions. Then once everything is done, influencer is ready, we had their intent and everything, the next step was brief document, we used to call it. So it would have all the do's and the don'ts that a creator has to keep in mind while creating or while making the content. But the main hassle starts after this point, is when we have to get the content from the creator. Now, respect to all the creators out there, but some of them were really hard to manage, and which I know, I'm sure that you have other things to do, because there are so many creators, they are doing full-time job and they are making content. So I get it. Or for the employees who are working at the influencer marketing agency, it is really stressful, because the brand has a deadline. They have given us that they want 1,000 videos by, let's say, next week, but your creators are not cooperating at all. So it would be too much for us sometimes. And I remember, because of the tight deadlines and zero cooperation from some of the creators, we would end up working for 10 hours every day. And obviously that started taking toll on my mental health, my physical health as well. I had lost so much weight and I was not sleeping well. I was going through a lot. I thought maybe it will get better, but it just got even worse and worse. But there are good things also. I learned so many things. If you do not know, I am an introvert. Before that job, I used to be very scared of talking to strangers, and I am not a call person. But in this field, like in influencer marketing field, there was like a lot of calling. I remember I used to call hundreds, like 200 influencers sometimes a day. But I am really grateful that happened, because today I can confidently talk to anyone. Like, you can see me now, I'm making reels, I'm making videos on YouTube. I hope I continue this. And then last task was, once we have the content from the influencers, we would send it for the approval, and once the brand has approved it, we would request the creators to take the video live. To sum up, here a thing, and I think after I tell you all these points, you will be able to decide if you should go for this or not. First of all, I'm just talking about the agencies, not the brand, because working with brand is very different than working with agency. I hope you know that. So one point is, there are gonna be lots and lots of calls. If you're someone like me who does not want to call 50 and 60 people every day, maybe this is not a right career for you. Second thing that might help you decide is, the work-life balance is very disturbed. It's because we used to have like 3-4 campaigns going on together, right? Campaigns means there were 4 different brands with different requirements. तो हमें उन सभी ब्रांड्स की रिक्वायरमेंट्स एट द सेम टाइम पूरी करनी होती थी, लाइक लेजिट पूरी एक साथ. तो जस्ट इमेजिन, it was just a lot, it was a lot, and my mind would just stop working. You are gonna have a really tight schedule, and yes, you have to be multitasker at every job. Like, no matter your position, no matter your field, there will be times when you will be handling lots and lots of things simultaneously. Now the third point is that you really have to be good at communications, and especially you need to have people skills, because as I said, that you will be dealing with a lot of people's brand and influencers, so you have to know that how to deal with these two entities differently. So yes, like this was it. Now you know my experience, and I've given you some points that may help you decide if this is what you want to do or not. Now let me quickly compare agency and brand for you, and we are talking about influencer marketing here. So how it is to do influencer marketing at the agency versus at the brand. That at the agency, you will have different brands with different requirements, right? So that means that you are not just focusing on one brand, but 2 or 3 at the same time. They will have different requirements. They would be requiring different sets of influencers. Now when you're working at the brand, you would just have to focus on your brand. It's much easier for me to handle, because I don't have a third party to report to. So influencer marketing is not bad, it's just where you work at, whether it's an agency or a brand. Now, here's a few tips that I have for you, which I think will help you. Because I've worked at influencer marketing agencies, I can tell you what a brand or what an agency is looking for. Number one, and it's the most important thing, make sure that your audience is organic. There are thousands of tools out there which can fetch you like numbers of followers, fake followers. Brands and agencies both, they are aware of this, that people are doing it. So how do they select their creators is, number one thing, they compare your followers with the average views. So for example, if I have 10k followers and the average views that I'm getting is 500 or hardly 1k, that means I am not having an organic audience. So it's my advice to keep your audience organic, please. Second of all would be how appealing their profile is. So I would suggest to sort your profile in a way that anyone can tell what your niche is. That brings us to our third and main important point, is the quality of the content. But what I mean to say here is, you should know what you're doing and you love your job. Now the fourth point would be, this is not for the beginners. Like if you're new in this field, then obviously you will be experimenting a lot of things. If you will notice, many big influencers out there, they know the niche and they stick to that. And like this page, I just love her content. She makes a fashion related stuff, right? It's, if you scroll, it's just about the fashions, and maybe here and there she also posts some other stuff, but majorly her focus is on styling and fashion. Once you have reached a satisfying point, just know what you really good at and what works the best for you. Make that your niche. So I think this is already a very very long video. I don't prefer making such long videos because people don't really watch and but it's okay, I just love it, and I've just started and I have 40 subscribers. But this motivates me. I just love my job. I'm trying to be very consistent, but as you know that I have a 9 to 5, I'm working full time, so I just have Sundays for myself. So with that, let's wrap this video up. I love to make these sit down videos. I'll definitely make more of such videos. Yes, and that is it for this video. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel.